Art of Sports here with David Benavidez. About a month out, man, from the fight with Porky Medina. Tell me, how you feeling? How's camp? How's everything?
You know, I feel really good. You know, we've been preparing very well for this fight. We have like 4 months training now, so I feel very strong. You know, I just can't wait to the day. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm gonna take that victory.
4 months, man, that's a long, I mean, obviously you hear camps are normally 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. I mean, is there, have you guys kind of tapered off, slowed down a little bit so there's no like kind of the fear of overtraining or anything like that? The thing
about working for 4 months, you don't have to work too hard, you know. You still have to work hard, but you know, you start off really slow. You're not rushed, so you can work on anything. I mean, we worked on everything. We went to Oregon, worked with my strength and conditioning guy for about 3 weeks, you know, came here, so you know, everything we worked on is really good. So I think it's the best training camp I've ever had, you know, and it's the perfect fight to have the best training camp I've ever had, and I'm ready to go.
We've seen you, I've personally seen you spar with Slava Shabransky, Jason Quigley. I know obviously you were up in Big Bear with Triple G, man. Just tell me about the quality of sparring you got for this camp.
You know, it's been very, all the sparring we've got for this camp has been very good. You know, I sparred Surdo Ramirez too. I had 2 other guys I just got done working with. The quality of sparring is just it's perfect. You know, they keep pushing me every day. I mean, every sparring session, so I have to work harder and harder. And yeah, everything has been perfect.
I see you in sparring, and once you kind of get loose, you kind of start putting your hands down, kind of, you know, like really kind of getting in your groove, kind of really feeling comfortable. And I was watching that thinking, like, does he do that with Triple G? Like, do you get kind of that level of comfort with Triple G that you could do that, or is it more?
You have to find, when you spar a fighter like Triple G that can hurt you at any moment, you can't start off like that. You have to build your groove, and then if you feel good, then you know that you know, you could kind of drop your hands. But I do it smart. If I did drop my hands with Triple G, I wouldn't do it right in his punching range where he could hit me. I'll probably move around, my hands down, and then when I get inside, you know, I block up really good. But the thing about me, man, is I do everything at the end of the day, I do boxing because I love boxing, and I like to have fun in the ring. That's how you learn. When you have fun in the ring, you don't get tired, you know what I mean? And then you do everything because you enjoy doing it. I enjoy learning new things every day, and that's how it's been since I was a little kid, you know. So if you don't have fun and you don't love your sport, what are you doing it for?
That's what I was thinking in there. I was like, it's because I could see where some guys maybe get offended by it or whatever, but it's just more, you're literally like, you're feeling good, you're feeling it, and that's, you want to obviously spar the way you want to fight, right? So you want to be able to kind of be relaxed and do your thing.
And then you have to have levels of your game too. You have to learn how to do everything. You have to learn, if I put my hands down, it's because I want to force myself to use head movement. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I try to go in there and just have the high guard and just let them hit me, but I'm also blocking the shots. Every day is a different day that you have to learn something new, you know what I mean? So that's where we go. But
do any fighters ever get bothered by it or anything like that, or react different in the ring? Can you tell?
Well, yeah, sometimes because they can't hit me, so they get mad. But you know, back then when I was younger, you know, I was a little more aggressive. I used to talk a lot of trash in the ring, and they would hate that, man. But I was doing it because I was sparring older guys, and I'm right here, I'm young, but I need to get my respect. But I would talk a little bit too much trash. So we cut that down. But you know, some people, they still get mad. Some people, they come aggressive. Some are they just want to work. You know, there's a lot of different types of fighters in the sport, man. You got to learn how to deal with all of them.
Just speaking of your sparring with Triple G, obviously that was for the Jacobs fight for him. It was a close fight. Obviously, I think people weren't giving enough credit to Jacobs going into it. I mean, Jacobs is probably the 2nd best middleweight in the world, right behind Triple G. What were your thoughts on the fight and what he looked like?
I think it was a very great fight, man. You know, Jacobs, like you said, he's the 2nd best middleweight behind Triple G. He has a lot of weapons of his own, but Golovkin was neutralizing him with that jab. You know what I mean? It was an amazing fight, and it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. You know, very tough fight, but Golovkin pulled out the victory.